Doctor's back in, and as usual, let's jump right back into another FGO story. And today we will be continuing the Yuga Chitra story. Agree. Why am I acting like this today? Anyway. So, Skirts of the Sky Boulder. I guess we're going to be doing that fight soon. Now, let me say, I'm not really looking forward to it. So, let me just set up my team real quick. And let's dive right in. Section 9. God's Sky Boulder. Why are we calling it a boulder when it's a freaking cube? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Okay, so we're slowly getting close to the end of the peaceful era. That's just lovely.
So, you don't want God's Sky Boulder, you don't know what Sky Boulder is either, Lakshmi?
No, I don't. It was there when I was first summoned here, and it hasn't changed at all at the same time. Man. At least, I don't think it has. I haven't been watching it this whole time, so I can't say for certain. Well, I have been watching it this whole time, so I can. It's definitely never changed. Since we haven't actually asked, you don't know what it is either, correct? That's right. I just noticed there was a big weird cube in this lost spell and didn't think anything more of it. I mean, sure, I consider investigating it and getting rid of it in case it turns out to be something dangerous, since it's so bizarre and all. But I hadn't the slightest idea how to go about it, so I decided to just keep an eye on things. Not to mention David told me I was better off leaving it alone. What do you mean by that? Don't dismiss something before you've seen its true nature, huh? True, if I did, I'd be no better than Arjuna. Oh, boy, I feel like you set you up for that one. It was the same with me. I didn't know what it was, so I couldn't do anything about it. I could see that giant tree and the cube no matter where I went, but I had more pressing matters to attend to. Wait, you saw the tree? Rather than bother with something I knew nothing about, I figured my time would be better spent helping the people here who had been led astray by the unjust God. That is very admirable of you, but are you sure it's okay to leave that village unattended? It won't be safe without. They should be fine during the early Yugas, especially while there are barely any Kali around. They have weapons now, even if they were hastily assembled, and I've taught them how to fight as best as I can. I am holding off the comments, alright? They should be able to handle themselves in a pinch. The only thing I'm worried about right now are the sacred... You just had to jinx us, didn't you?
This is not a pack of sacred beasts. Let's hide and wait for them to pass again.
Lying and waiting, I hate doing that now.
It's not just sacred beasts. There's something else there, next to the road. Wait, is that A person?
I'm not picking up any vital signs. I'm afraid it's a dead body. Perhaps they died of disease or in an incident. Accident? Why are you going over?
Damn, we're too late.
Don't tell me that thing just absorbed it. It's absorbing the body. Well, the body's disappearing! Is this normal?
So you didn't know then. That's one of this world's mistake. The sacred beasts purify the bodies of anyone who happens to die unexpectedly.
So, nope, not gonna make that comment. Nope.
My guess is the false god thinks dead bodies don't belong out in the world and wants them gone as soon as possible.
That's just cold as frick. Whoa. I see. So if this world were a single entity, the sacred beasts are the white blood cells of its immune system.
Since we can assume this world's god would be the head, the sacred beast must be the macrophages created to detect, isolate, and remove any foreign elements. So then, does that mean the colony they fight are something like a virus? Most intriguing. Whatever the case, people are people. When they die, they shouldn't just be cleaned up like trash. Their karma should determine what they become in their next life. At least, that's what my people believe.
Or at least a proper burial.
That's what a true samsara cycle is meant to be. We cremate dead bodies to free their souls and ensure they go on to their next life without issues. But here, as long as the sacred beasts are around, nobody will be able to hold a proper cremation. If this world has no respect for the journey of the dead, and no hope for those who are left behind, then it is nothing but a world of death. So that's why you were concerned about the secret beast showing up in Devolve. Because one of your elderly had passed away. Right. He was an old man whose time has come. There is nothing anyone can do about that. But I didn't want the false god stealing our right to give him a proper farewell. You really helped us out there.
This bike is moving away.
You're finally leaving.
If they haven't already spotted you, then I would urge you to hold back for now. Dang, it already sent you about an attack. You're almost to the sky border, and I would very much prefer to avoid making a commotion wherever possible. Understood.
I know. I would have stopped them if I had found the body first, but as things stand now, my only choice is to let them go. We should be okay now. I'm certain the secret beast can't detect us from this far away.
Good. I'm glad I didn't have to sneeze while we were hiding. Let's go. You tell me you can't even hold back a sneeze?
Whoa. I knew she was cool and collected, but I didn't know she also had such a charming sense of humor.
I don't think that was a joke, Mash. I really don't think that was a joke. My, seeing this close up really makes you realize just how big it actually is, doesn't it? Ooh, I got an idea. Why don't we take a little group photo to commemorate the occasion? Bad timing, Pepe. Seriously. Pepe! Dude, look behind you. Wait, there's someone behind him? I'm trying to... I mean, you could at least show it to us. Like, dang. Alright. Let's see here. Would you look behind you, please? Was that a joke, or were you just trying to avoid facing the reality of our situation? Either way, it wasn't funny.
If you want a pic, go ahead and take all the selfies you want. Just don't come running to me if the whole thing turns into a jump scare.
Bruh, play too many video games.
Aw, you guys are no fun. I was just trying to lighten the mood a little. So, these numbers we're seeing are accurate, right? Our sensors aren't in the fronts or anything, right?
What's the stat?
That's right. We made it to the area near the cube without a problem, but...
There's a frick ton of enemies, aren't there? Oh, come on! Where did all of these collies come from? I thought they were barely supposed to be any during Kurta Yuga. It's changing.
I think it's the place, not the time. They're showing up as though they've just been here all along, rather than coming from somewhere else.
So you these mofos been holed up here this whole entire time? You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Be that as it may, the sheer number of them is almost absurd.
Oh gosh, they got a race soon.
There are as many here as there were during Kali Yuga, maybe even more.
This must be their nest.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we just run away? Seriously.
You have a point. We can't investigate the cube with all these Kali around. Annoying since we just got here.
If they surround us, we'll have nowhere to go.
What's it called, Holmes? True. We can only take so many risks when it comes to safety, and there's certainly nothing to be gained by attempting to complete an impossible mission. I guess we don't have another choice. We're getting the frick out of here now.
Understood. We'll break through the collie behind us and make a run for it. Awaiting your orders, Master.
Wait, they were behind those two? You gotta be kidding me! Oh. Alright, I'll let this battle play out, so you guys enjoy the mess.
服を汚すわけにはいかないが、そうもいかないか。ならば瞬殺する。大いに遊び、大いに学ぶ。燃えろ！
目覚めよ神のパワー。頑張れ。目覚めよ神のパワ
ー。よし。光を浴びろ。そこだ。と、夏バテ対策だ。行け。
がないっすね。
チームぶっ殺す。
後で美味しくいただくっすよ。痛くない。
よし
しょうがないっすね。
チーム
光を浴びろ。
そーい。
おっ
あ
とよし
しょうがないっすね。
イラつくんだよ。
光を浴びろ。
木々ぽっちゃりの舞。
よし受けよう。
了解だ。
次だ次だ。
痛くない。神様らしいとこ見せちゃしょうがないっすね。もう頭きた。ガネーシャさんのすごいところ見せてやる。ガーネッシュインパクト。おお下から運動するっす。
チーム
いけムシコくん。
レッツプレイ。大いに遊び大いに
来い来い来い。燃え
残
ろ。
暑見舞いと
了解だ
いうこと。にしておくか。絶技用意。太陽の魔剣よ、その身で破壊を巻き起こせ。ベルベルクグラム。
戦士の誓いはとうに消え、我らは堕落した。失踪するがいい。スダルシャンチャクラヤムラージ。ち勝っちまったか。まあいい。次だ次。
I'll admit I probably could have thought a little bit better than that, but at the same time,
Few more months, few more months.
okay. I think that's enough distance between us and them. I never imagined there would be that many colleagues out of there. I expected it might be dangerous, but with numbers like that, adding one more to our ranks still won't be enough to fend them off.
No, nah, that was totally called for.
You don't have to rub it in. I wish my Nova Phantasm were capable of blasting them all the way at once, too. My apologies. I assure you I was not speaking sarcastically. I was merely reflecting on my failure to foresee a situation like this. That's why I had to hold back. I see. That's alright. No, I'm sorry. I was being oversensitive. While we were on the subject, this seems a good chance to tell you this. Naturally, I will do everything in my power to accomplish our mutual goal. I have no intentions of holding back.
But what's the issue?
But I should warn you, for your own safety, you shouldn't expect me to come through when it really counts.
I think I know what she's talking about.
I have never truly been able to accomplish the things I wish to do. That is just my lot in life.
Go on, you can say it. Well, that's a strange opinion to have of oneself.
Perhaps her failure to defend her country in a life had a traumatic effect on her. Be that as it may, there is no doubt whatsoever that you are far more useful in combat than a detective in a remote location. So I hope you will continue to lend Miss Aaliyah your aid. Of course I will. I would be pleased if you trust me on that. At any rate, there really were a ridiculous number of Kali there, lending the impression that it may even be more important to this lost world than we thought. Indeed, it was as though those Kalis were there solely to guard the Sky Boulder. The fact that we can no longer see them after putting just a little distance between us and the Sky Boulder will only seem to confirm that. I wonder what this could mean. For that matter, we still don't know what these Kali demons actually are. I'm guessing Holmes is probably right in that they're like a virus infecting this world, an opposition of the sacred beast. But still, we have not the slightest idea what they are, where they come from, or where they go. I don't know either, but I can say they're not any ordinary kind of creature. What do you mean by that? Given that they stick around even after the world is remade, maybe Arjuna uses them as a means to determine who is worth preserving. I had a feeling. Or maybe they just remain here out of necessity? If it's the latter, that would mean they're a crucial part of the stage Arjuna uses to run this world. So, if we defeat him, maybe they'll just all go poof? But what if he's not the one creating them? I guess it's maybe we just gotta figure out what to do about Arjuna. As usual, bad at plan A. At least we know that God's Sky Boulder is protected by a vast number of Kali and can't be approached lightly. It may not be much, but it's more than we knew before. In the meantime, I suggest we return to Duval and plot our next course of action. Well, I guess that's the end of that chapter, so let's mark on to the... crud, give me a minute. No. I didn't pay attention to the time, but yay. More freaking polls. And now I'm gonna have to mess up my login streak. That's just lovely. It's not supposed to do that. I don't know why, but for the NA server, reset time is at 11 o'clock, but I think that's because of the daylight saving time.
紫式部さんが慣れ
Oh, I really hope they adjust that because, my goodness, that's just messing with school hours now. Reset time, in my opinion, for NA should be around, I don't know, 10? Section 10. God's Commander. Oh, sheesh. Now I'm kind of scared to find out who's the commander of this group. Diesel time almost over. That's just lovely. I'm not ready. Anger, fury, rage is all I got. Oh, great. God damn it, bastard! Servants' memories are weird. It doesn't matter if they're from before your current body age or after. Everything that ever happened to you while you were alive comes flooding into your head all at once. Ooh. Now that gotta suck. You simulate simultaneously your own memories and the recollection of a complete stranger. Facts you know to be true and lies no more real than a dream. I think that's what I remember. Why I know what I once did. I remember the end of the war. When I heard that I cannot say that word, cowardly plots had succeeded, with my father had been killed. Ooh, you know what? I think I know who you're talking about. I'm just gonna call you Yumnas. Because it's gonna be playable next year. I remember when I heard that Bhima had cheated to inflict a fatal wound on oh no, that's somebody else. Duryodhana, the old of the 100 Kaurava prince. Dang. He don't know this language, so please don't put me to the stake, I'm begging you. Everything inside of me vowed, then that I would make them pay. Rage. I swore I would exact revenge on them by any means necessary. So I chose to sneak in under the cover of night and murder all my enemies in their sleep. You think that's cowardly, criminal, an affront to all that is good and just? I don't care, I don't care, I don't care! I was so angry I didn't care about anything else. I think that's when I threw away everything in my besides fury. I let my fury swallow me whole until I was nothing more than a beast, a vessel of pure rage. To put it another way, that was the moment when the Osmothama became no more than an anger incarnate. So of course, the peaceful scenery of the Kurta Yuga only infuriates him. The sweet scent of pollen, the sun's gentle ray, the birds' happy chirping. His only response to it all is to grow ever more enraged. Yep, but he got anger issues. Everything he sees and doesn't see makes him angry. But the thing that angers him most are those he sees both constantly and never. He is always angry. Always. Understood. Keep out of his way when he's angry. There we go. That takes care of the loss. Out of seeing Kali. Guess you can't even go through the Kurta Yuga without running into at least one. You know, there were always some dumb beasts up in the mountains who'd forgot to hibernate for the winter too. I'd always hunt them whenever I happened to see one. There's no telling what sort of trouble a dumb beast could get up to. Now who the frack you talking about, sir? That don't sound like you're talking about monsters. Third way, otherwise unfair or impossible obstacles is just part of the job.
Thank you for saving me, God.
showed up so suddenly and I haven't been praying since it's still Kurta Yuga.
Ah, don't worry about it. I'm not a god, just a hired hand. Oh, sorry. You don't have to worry about that either. Anyway, you did great holding it together. I'm proud of you.
Oh man, I can't believe a god is patting my head! Are you a god too? Admonishment. You are late for the meeting. I had no choice but to come get you.
Oops. Is that time already? Sorry about that. I'll see you later, son.
Oh, bye! Thank you again!
Do you like kids? What can say? Sorry I'm late. Excuse me.
I cannot believe you made me carry you with my wind fire whales.
Well, I had a great time. Thanks for the thrill ride. Bruh. Of course, a lot of those thrills were more chills at the idea of showing up here late. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not nearly important enough to keep a mythological hero waiting, let alone a god.
Advice. There's no point saying what you do not mean. Besides, you're something of a mythical hero yourself now.
Yeah, we ain't got powers like you. Anyway, I hate to steal the spotlight after showing up late to the party, but I got something to discuss. I was hoping Alphathamu could help with this, but I guess he's not here.
Answer. I cannot predict his actions. Our master allowed him to act freely. Thus, I have no intentions of picking him up.
Guess I'll just have to talk to you guys about this then, if it's alright with you. Anyway, I just noticed a little while ago that there's fewer sacred beasts in my area than there's supposed to be.
Query. You think it is them?
Probably. I'm guessing they have a way of surviving the big guys know phantasm. Don't you find it interesting, seeing how you overcome death by yourself?
What? Don't be ridiculous. That's just reconstruction.
It has nothing to do with the concept of death. I couldn't care less about it. So no, I don't find it interesting. Besides, I'm sure that guy there already knew. He just didn't say anything. Well, yes, that's true. It is almost certainly the case that they managed to escape to the safe zone. But regardless, the fact remains that interlopers who would interfere with the god sandbox, I mean, his beautiful reign, has survived. That strikes me as a grave problem. A very grave problem indeed. No. My bad, someone got in front of me. There, as you can see, he agrees with me quite vehemently.
Indeed, as Locapala, who he personally embedded with the divinities. Surely you understand that much without the likes of me spelling it out. No? Now then, what do you plan to do about this? Well, I've just been planning to point Oswaldthumb in that direction and let him go nuts. But if he's not here, he must be off on another job. Yes, that he is. I believe he's dealing with a little unfinished business on our end. Can I please punch this guy in the freaking face? Guess that means we'll just have to take care of this ourselves then.
Proposal. I will go. Not only do I have time to address the issue, but I also let them escape once. I will finish this.
Want some help?
No need.
Great. Less work for me. Just to be perfectly clear, I'm not going either. I've got plenty keeping me busy.
Response. I never expected you to come. Departing now. Wind fire wheels.
What a go-getter she is. How wonderful. What a pleasure to see such world-class mobility in person. I'm sure you won't let us down, Kerbera, Regent of the North.
I finally have another chance. I have a chance since then. Resolution. I will not let them get away this time.
Damn! So we can't even get close to the sky border. And here I thought this would be our big breakthrough. I was hoping we would find a way to take Arjuna down there. So much for that. Just always next time. Always until the frickin' flock thins out.
I knew it. I knew this wasn't gonna work out. It never fails. Once a rare occasion I ever tried to actually put a little effort into something. I just end up getting reminded of what a failure I am.
Dang.
That's pretty much me in a nutshell. Waste of space.
Hey, no.
It's not your fault it didn't work out, Ganesha. None of us expected there to be that many Kali there.
So please stop beating yourself up, girl. Good grief. Exactly. Moping won't do you any good, hun. Let's try to stay positive, okay? I agree. There are limits to that. Nah, she needs a bit of positivity, but at the same time, there is limits to that.
And getting past those limits is what separates the children from the grown-ups.
Flip you.
It's like remembering to be grateful for the things you already have. That's a pretty important ability in my book.
Point taken.
For my part, I was essentially fighting this battle alone until all of you came along. Now there's a chance, even if it's just a small one, for us to go on the offense. I think that's progress in itself. Why don't we rest up for a while? Maybe that'll help a good idea to come to us. Lady Lakshmi, welcome back!
Thanks for standing guard. Anything up to note? No, everything's been the same as usual here. Sorry, had something to do. I see you're all armed here, unlike Atya. And there's other people in B2. I guess those rumors about you fighting the Kaliyov instead of just praying were true. You must be Lady Lakshmi's companions. Yes, that's right. I'm afraid Lady Lakshmi had to explain to us many times before we understood, but eventually... we realized that there's something strange about this world, that we didn't like it here. This has been the way things are for as long as you've known. I'm sure it wasn't easy to see them differently. I think I once had someone I loved more than anything, but I can't remember their names or their face.
Oof. Could be a husband, child, or probably the whole family.
Whoever it was must have been killed by a Kali in a past yuga. Anyone who Arjuna considers defective, unnecessary, or evil despairs when a new yuga begins as if they never even exist.
Disappear. That's what I meant to say. Whoops.
But it makes sense that it would be exceptionally complex to adjust every single parameter in the world that pertained to the person who disappeared. I guess not even Arjuna can completely erase the remnants, the holes they leave behind in the hearts of the people who care for them. Some of us realized they lost someone when they saw the gifts their loved ones gave them in their homes. At first, it only feels like something is vaguely off, but in time, you start to remember them more clearly, especially if they left behind any letters, which some did.
Oof. Why does that starting to hit a little hard? Oh my, that's surprisingly careless of him, leaving behind so many physical records like that. Although... maybe Konosuke is the one behind unethically cruel touches like that. I certainly wouldn't put it past her. Dang, Konya being good for once? Man, when being able to remember someone you cared about sounds rough. That is way worse than Asha just forgetting about her dog.
Yes, it's painful not being able to remember someone who once meant so much to you. Unbearably so. That's why I decided to fight back. I think everyone else in our village more or less feels the same. Lady Lakshmi is the one who taught us how to fight. Any friend of hers are friends of ours. Please, come inside. We don't have much time, much, but you're welcome to...
I appreciate the kind offer, but it's better if we stay out of your village for now. I see what you're doing there, Holmes. Indeed. Oh, don't misunderstand. We're happy to accept your invitation, but... enemy approaching. But we can't very well bring along another guest who was definitely not invited.
Alright, took her long enough. Update, target spotted.
There's a 2.
Warning, do not call me that. You may know another Neza, but I am not her. Yeah, she's right. That isn't the Neza you know, or the one we came here with. She's still Crown Prince Neza, Marshal of the Central Altar, but this one serves Arjun as one of his Lokapala. So that is one of the false god's servants. The rumors I've heard say they like to brag about how he shared his divine power with them. Affirmation, yes, he has given each one of us his many divinities. If he is a false god, then so are we. Conclusion, that is all I need to know. If you would refuse to obey his laws, then I cannot stand idly by. Assertion, divine punishment is required here.
I guess talking ain't gonna work this time. Alright, Peppercino, it's your time to shine. You said she ran off to pursue you back at the mountains where we found Ganesha, yes? Gordov? That doesn't mean... Your job is to draw her attention away from us once more. Well, that's just cold.
I'm pretty sure that's not gonna work now. Last time she didn't see you guys as a threat. I don't think that's the case anymore. Affirmation. That man is no longer my sole target. You are now all equally high priority targets. I will not let you escape.
See?
But why? Even if you are a different aspect of her that was summoned or were embedded with a divinity, you're still Neza, aren't you?
Didn't I just say that talking to this chick ain't gonna change anything?
And the Neza we know always had a strong sense of justice. In this world, the only measure of something's value is whether God deems it worthy or not. He's the sole arbiter of what should and should not be. I mean, that's inherently unjust. This disparages the value in feelings, memories, life, and death alike. So then, how can you?
Oh my, that was certainly heartfelt. She really has learned how to express her anger. You are a product of mankind's arrogance and rationalism, so while I'm glad to see such emotion from you, it makes me a bit nervous. Your innocence was your greatest source of strength. Once that's gone, what will you have gained instead? Personality?
Nessa, please tell me something. What do you think of this world? Answer unnecessary. Commencing attack.
Oh sheesh, we ain't going out without a fight. Alright. You got it, Master.
I can't let you return to your false god now that you know about our village. Prepare to die. You do realize saying stuff like that totally makes you sound evil, right?
Who cares? We're the good kind of evil.
Anyway, Neza is a figure in Journey of the West, and the investiture of the gods, right? I think some people also call her Neza. for NASA? Oh man, I can't believe I'm up against someone so famous. Then again, I guess Ganesha right up there too, huh? Alright, fine. I'll just put in a Pico effort like usual.
Pico effort? You better put in 100%, chick.
It's a word I came up with. It means my usual willingness to try, my usual hopelessness, my wish to avoid responsibility. It's basically all sorts of feeling rolled up into one big old mess, okay? Get with it.
How about you get with the program and get your butt out there? Alright, enjoy the fight.
On second thought, the recording stopped and I couldn't get any other footage, so yeah.
Just know that fight was just unnecessarily hard. I messed up on one of the rounds. Never again. Let's see here, this next part is just a reading part. Oh, never mind, it's the battle part. Do I want to read
読書
some
の
more?
秋
Should I call
ラ
it
ス
a
トスパート
day?
月間として
I kind of feel like I'm gonna
村
call
さ
it a day.
Mm.
But if you guys notice that there's no beeping noise in the background, that's because I have finally returned home and I will be doing some more videos. Sorry that I haven't been uploading more often. It's just been busy, that's all. Alright, let's see who's on the roster today. Let's see. Dear Lord. Not you. Not you. Not you. You. I have been waiting for you. And of course, I should have seen that one coming. My luck is still not good in this game. Maybe I would do the rumor to stay away for a while, then come back and try again. But for now, the doctor is signing out, and until next time, peace!